Hey everybody, I'm Crow. Welcome back to Dark Cloud. We're in part 2 of the Wise Owl Forest. Probably going to continue on until we get to the first major story event, and pop out and make the shop. Oh, you know what? I put fire element in this. So while it is small, I imagine it'll help a lot more. Let's see if we can one-shot him. 104, and we only have 6 fire element. We were hitting for 55. Endurance plus 1, I'm gonna sell that. We were hitting for 55 with the holy element. Fire is going to be so useful here. Hey, it's a minion. I don't know what. Flee, flee! Oh, he actually got me. They look silly. Fire element's gonna be amazing here, though. I just know it. Totally buy more, totally put it in the weapons. I mean, we got trees. Naturally, not everything here is gonna be weak against fire, but I mean, it's a plant area, so if we get the Plant Slayer stuff and the fire element, we should be able to rip through here pretty well. I mean, I don't think that the Mondays through Saturday or Sundays, whatever, really care about that, but we pretty much one-shot them anyway. What I'm mostly waiting for is basically any weapon here, because then we can load that, or we can load our Sandbreaker into that, and then whenever we get one of the cool swords from the stuff here, we can load that sword into there. Or, you know, a banded slingshot or something. Like, Zhao's gonna fall off really hard. Really, really hard. Like, look at her damage. I've actually done things to help her. Why is it this bad? We leveled up her weapon, we gave her attack stuff. But Tone's just so powerful. Atla. A watermill. The best kind of mill. Like, I like windmills, but watermills are so much cooler. We got a stairway. And a flea. Thank you for walking into that. I couldn't have done it without you. Nope. That's satisfying. Nope. Look at our experience. Okay, actually, never mind. That barely goes up at all. I'm pretty sure that the monsters in the further zones naturally get more experience. So... grinding should be getting better later. Max weapon of the weapon increase. We got one of our 4s back. Sweet! That's not gonna matter once we break it down because I'm pretty sure we got a person. I'm pretty sure that doesn't translate over. Oh, I guess Mondays weren't actually the strongest. Is it Fridays then? I know one of them's like black and powerful and evil looking. I walked right into that, but somehow dodged that. I mean, as long as we don't get a status effect, it doesn't really matter. Oh my god, it's the magical crystal. That's right. What was it? Entrance acquired. That's probably for the shop. Yeah! There's some kind of, like, miracle grow. I think it's like a dew. It looks like dew on a leaf or something. You put it on that, and it grows the lily pad really big, and then you ride it back into the back room. I love water themes. I love forests. This is just, like... I think for story purposes, my favorite dungeon is the 3rd dungeon, or maybe the last one. It's the 3rd one or the last one. But... I really like Matataki Village. Territory 3. I like that they're like, instead of levels, it's just territories now. Baron's house. Thursday, how dare you throw a poisonous apple? They look evil. I actually got a decently close look at his face there. You see, the thing that kind of bothers me in the last zone, though, as you get further in, the big chests. I ran into so many big chests. Like, I think, how many was it? Bunbuku's house. They had some fun names in this game. But, The mustache key? Oh, is that just because there's a... Yeah, there's a door here. Okay, I was like, what? I like that there's that much acknowledgement of the Wise Owl mustache. Oof. Anyhow, there's like 6 or 7 big chests in a row, and they were just King Mimics. In the earlier levels, they were guaranteed to be a chest, but once the Mimics start showing up, there's like no actual chests. I'm poisoned, but this isn't a problem, because we can do that. And I'll get regular water. And a little bit of money. Which is kind of irrelevant because most of your money comes from selling fishing stuff and selling weapon attachments. A key shaped like a mustache. That's how you read. Get away from me with the butcher knife. It's potentially the way out, but you already had the actual way out, so it doesn't really matter. Mushroom house. I just saw something go up. You know what? It's unlikely. I'm gonna give you this one. Nope, he doesn't want it. I was kind of hoping he would. I'm pretty sure he'll always take the pointy chip. I was wrong. Okay, so it really is random. Okay, I can lock on, and then block. King Prickly. I did not, in fact, block. I kind of lowered my guard as he destroyed me. And I don't have enough healing items because the bread went too fast. I need to unlock that store. I need cheese. The healing items are so bad. I should have done that. I should have done that sooner. Quickly, we just got 200 gold. With a torch. And probably a mimic. Thank you. I actually sold our treasure chest key because I figured we could always just guess the trap. It bypasses amulets, so even though I have an anti-curse amulet, it would actually curse me through this. However, I have no intention to swap my weapons. So while previously I used to always just say curse, I see now that that's kind of dumb. Especially considering I can't heal, but I do have 4 antidotes. So we're gonna guess an explosion. And if I'm wrong, then the worst that could happen is that we get poisoned. Successfully release the trap. Bandit, bandit, bandit! Steve? Steve? I don't remember that at all. Mysterious talking slingshot. Nobody knows its true color? It's a fire damage slingshot. With higher durability than this twice upgraded one. I mean, it's not the one I wanted. Oh, wait, I could take this out too. Let me take this out of here. And then put this... Yes! See? There's 2 slots. Tell me I've got something else here that's kind of good. Dragon Slayer? No. Undead Slayer? No. Stonebreaker wouldn't matter. She's already good at sky hunting, so let's give her more sky hunting. Wow, this thing's an anti-rock slingshot? An anti-mimic. You know what? Let's just build up the rock then. I never considered her to be a rock slayer. That's interesting. I appreciate Steve. I did not expect Steve. Probably no one does. But we all appreciate him. One way or another, though, I'm so glad it was a weapon for her. She needs it so bad. You got POW. Like, there's only so much leveling can do for that, and you don't... I can't buy good attack augments yet. There's a limit to how fast I can level it up. As it was, she wasn't going anywhere. I see now that the bandit one, which she could have gotten, I looked it up. I know you can get it at this point. Unless people were lying to me. But, how did you know? How are you... Wait, I died? Oh, okay. Yeah, you leave half your money when you die. Stand in powder. Revival powder! Tone came around. And that's why you do that. You buy lots of stand-in powders, because you have to use one if a character gets knocked out, and then they can use revival powders to bring them back. And this is just to get out of the dungeon stuff. So now, she can back up. Thursday, this is getting stale. He's the green one from the legendary Puckle 7. He throws poisonous apples. Be cautious. He really does talk. I've never seen this before. He looks pale. I wonder if he has a glandular problem. Maybe we'll have something good once in a while. I want his hat. Dude, Steve is amazing! I can't believe this thing actually talks. Like, I actually want to... I don't want to evolve Steve now. If we evolve Steve and Steve goes away, Zhao won't ever be the same. I feel like it's Zhao and Steve now. Watermill 1. I enjoy the sound of that. Multiple watermills. Give me them all. Jumped over you. Can you imagine seeing these? Oh my god, it did the same thing I did. Seeing one of them things in real life, that's like a kill it with fire. Is this a mimic? We really found another one? Gonna guess explosion. The trap was a curse. Amulets aren't effective. I'm gonna guess the trap. The trap is still a curse. You get to open it. We actually got another one. Another Sandbreaker? I might have to level that up and put it in another one. Anti-goo amulet. Also nice. We will actually be gooed by quite a few things here. That is definitely a thing. Yep. Due to a mysterious force, Zhao was summoned. No other characters are available here. Which means if she gets knocked... Oh, we don't have any healing items. If she gets knocked out, it's over. There's no revival powder. That's the one I saw in my dream the other day. But the fire damage on this! This would have been impossible. I wouldn't have been able to kill them all. All the blood goes to its head and it starts thinking it's a plant. Is there commentary for every monster in the game? It just says things when you lock on? Hit them hard and fast. Keep your tongue in your head, man. Regular water. I don't know how Steve became a slingshot, but he is a legend. He's really annoying. I want to level this up so much now. How'd I get my name? I don't remember. But I do remember I have antidotes. And we'll actually need more. You know what? Why don't I buff her up? I don't know how stamina's gonna help her much, but she will definitely be able to do the things now. Is it much more damage? 35. Thursday, this is getting stale. I mean, I imagine there is tons of repeating dialogue. But if there's at least one unique line for every enemy in the game, I think that would be pretty cool. Every time I start thinking about how much I like this game, which is probably... he's lame. It's probably pretty biased and hopefully not too annoying, but I'm like, dude, this is a 2000 game. He burnt me in my dream! Burn him back for me! Pretty much looks like a dork, huh? Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Poisonous apple. I just remember that this is a December 2000 game. This game is 18 years old at the point of, like, making this. Keep your tongue in your head, man! Like, I know sometimes people get blinded by nostalgia, and they remember liking things more than they do and they talk about it, but then they play it again and they're like, oh, this didn't age well. Like, maybe it was just blind nostalgia. Like, the more I play this, the further we've gotten in, the more I like it. I'm glad that this wasn't just blind nostalgia from playing a game a million billion years ago. Could you come down? Thank you. But I like this area a lot, and the third one's really cool too. I think it's the fourth one that I don't really care for. As you get closer to me, I do more damage. Like, my Zhao has never been strong. I've tried giving her better weapons in the other one, when I very rarely found them, and she was never good. Elements play such a huge role in this. You're getting thirsty. You're no longer getting thirsty. You're killing a hornet. Your weapon is getting closer to leveling up. Like, I can actually level this thing up. Last one was so bad. Sundew. Is that a backroom item already? That's the dew I was talking about. Magical dew to speed up plant growth. You know what? Oh no, wait, this is a Zhao-only dungeon. Maybe we shouldn't. Or should we? Would it be amazing? Would it be the best thing to ever happen? Probably not. But I'm feeling crazy. I think we're gonna do it. Should we probably go deeper in here? Yeah, I'd say. But there's a floating leaf, and I want to use this. This needs to happen this episode. It's a boat. A large boat made of leaves. That's so neat. Blue and green. The best magic colors. Do it, Zhao. Simic intensifies. Mimic! Wait a minute, she actually has a Mimic Slayer. I don't want to be tricked again. These things are hard for her to hit. Eat this, please. Zhao, say something. Wow, this entire floor is empowered mimics. That's gonna be something. What is and isn't amazing? Stamina drink. These things are kind of just eating holes in my inventory at this point. And they buff her up, and she needs all the damage she can get. I'm gonna start using them. Oh, my last Drance Feather. We really need to finish that shop. Whoa. Stop going over it. Wait for him to land. Steve's abs is full. Steve's so buff. I wonder if they did abs on purpose. Is it supposed to sound like that? I bet they did. They're probably tactical geniuses. I really wish they would make a third one. I really do. But Sony or somebody... They have, like, joint custody, basically, over the title, and Sony doesn't want to let them make a third one or something. I don't know. I heard some people saying that there was two companies that owned them. We got a diamond. This was totally worth it. That they wanted to make another one, because, like, these games were popular enough that they're on PlayStation 4. Like, you can buy them. But I don't have a PlayStation 4. I have a PlayStation 2 where I bought it. A sapphire? See, I think these rooms are just better because they're further down. It's probably the dungeon, not the floor, that matters. Either that or RNG is just really friendly today. I don't believe there are big chests in these back rooms. I expect that... yeah. You know, chew on dead. On the other hand, though... huh? Weak point? Maybe he doesn't have one. It's... Hado Steve! My attack is pretty effective on him. Is Hado Steve supposed to be Hadoken? But instead of Ken, it's Steve? I might be reading... I don't know. Steve is... I don't want to be a broken record, but I enjoy Steve. Zhao, aren't you hungry? I guess you're not hungry. That's so mean that she doesn't talk back to him. I always loved talking weapons and stuff. Thirst reached its limit. It's starting to deteriorate. Truthfully, I should start giving gourds to other people. But, like, this restores 3, I think this restores 5, and then this one's 8, which I think is the max. If it is to the point where Tone is maxed, I will start evenly distributing it between all other party members. However, Tone is chief priority number 1 because he's the one I'm going to play for most of the time. I want to have them balanced. But Tone's always going to be the strongest, because he's the main character. The only game where that's not true is Final Fantasy IX, because Zidane will always be weaker than Steiner, for reasons of sadness, but it makes sense. A thief overpowering a knight. Ah! Steve is taking extreme damage. Man, how sad would that be? Steve is sentient. If you let Steve die, that's completely different from just having a weapon break. Can you please stop jumping over it? See, that's the thing, though. Hers is, like, the only one that I think does that. There is... 908. There's another person with a projectile weapon, but I'm pretty sure his projectiles move, like, instantly. And there's another girl, but I think hers are big enough that they wouldn't miss. And the last one was a mimic. You know, I think this actually resets the monsters outside. I'm glad we cleared this place first. Zhao, you never say anything to Steve. What's with those pretty eyes? Don't come this way! Don't lick me! Stop! Dran's feather, you're kidding me. This is good for multiple floors, which means I can now continue to run. Yes, this does in fact repopulate... Wow, you're a big bee, aren't you? The entire area with enemies. No. You know, this limited zone might actually not be that bad of a place for her to farm. Steve is about to level up again. What do you want this time, big guy? Do you want the chestnut? Do you want the red berry? That's the one I'd pick. We think alike, Owl. We think alike. Due to a mysterious force on this floor, you get thirsty quicker. I'm gonna be honest, I thought we were going to get to where we needed to be for the next event thing sooner. Mr. Mustache. That is something that we desperately needed. Mr. Mustache is a very important player in the grand scheme of things. Torch acquired. Oh, 10, you're still cursed. An anti-curse amulet. With a single slash. You potentially found the way out. You found regular water. See, this is even better too, because Tone's gonna get thirsty faster. Wow, actually. Tone has a weapon that makes him thirsty faster, and the zone makes him thirsty faster. I wonder how fast that compounds. This might actually... And he can't switch weapons either. Is this actually a terrible thing? Oh my god! Wednesday! Wait, does killing things increase my hydration? Let me... Yeah, it actually restores water to kill things. Mimic, make me less thirsty. I'm going to die. I'm gonna die! Oh my god. It's a battle to keep thirst up. I still don't have any healing items. I didn't leave. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to go for broke. Realistically, though, we should probably leave, especially since Mr. Mustache is out. I believe Mr. Mustache is actually the shopkeeper. And what do we need? We need a sign. Probably a lamp. Torch. That one. Hopefully we'll be able to get him up and running. Earth B acquired. You actually have some choices here. There's different terrains, because they kind of want to be on, like, mountains. Or hills. Hill mountains. He kicked me! I don't know which one of these was the big one. Maybe they're all the same? Down. Getting thirsty. We'll need water. Well, let me see if I can open this first. Is this... Even though it was unlikely, it was in fact the way out. We're still gonna get everything else, because I like getting everything else. Okay, well, we're not gonna kill everything, but I still want the chest and the outlaw. Yeah, oh wait, there is a water source. We can still do this safely. Into the water. Man, on a thirst floor, giving me a water source? That's amazing. If we didn't have one of those, that would make it more difficult. Granted, Tone's weapon is, really powerful. Oh, hi, Wednesday. I found a berry. I guess it's kind of not a great thing because it eats inventory space when there's 3 potential keys. I still think it's nifty though. Crysknife! That's a terrible sword from the first dungeon. The loot's kind of shared. It's just cross pools, whatever. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get a Crysknife in the final dungeon. You might, but... I don't know what that was, but we killed it in one hit. Haley Holly? You know, maybe we are actually going to kill everything on this floor. I thought we weren't, but we're one-shotting everything, so... why pass up the experience? I'm gonna get hit. In gooey state, you don't have soap. Even more reason to leave the dungeon. Anywho, this is the Wise Owl shop. It does have a torch. It does have the entrance to get into the shop. Mr. Mustache is there, and we need to ask him what both of those are to finish his thing. This is definitely one of the ones I'm pretty sure he wants to be on top of one of the mountain things. Which is... something like... where is it? Earth B? You can actually place this big thing. And you actually have to, like, run up the sides to get up here and stuff. I believe there's 3 of them. But he wants to be on top of one of them. I think you actually get to pick which one. Either way, this is the shop. We got a gourd. And Tone is already at 8. Can Tone take this? Is 8 the limit? Nope. Okay. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have been bad at that counting thing. Okay, so we were at 7, now we're at 8. Now I think we're capped out, because I'm pretty sure that the waters go 3, 5, 8. Though I could be wrong. Either way, some are going to start going to Zhao and our third-party member before too terribly long. Ooh. Oh, you're a new face. I am Mr. Mustache. I own this store. Welcome, who? What do you need for your house? I need an entrance to my store, who? A roof at the top. Who? And a sign, it is a must, who? For business. I'd like the sign on top of the roof. A place that attracts attention is good, who? See, I also really like owls, so that it's not only a forest full of water, but it's an owl forest. I think that's pretty spiffy. Okay, so we drop that there, and then I am eternally disappointed. Alright, so I remembered him wrong. Wise Owl is a man of very good tastes. If I remember right, I put him somewhere over here. He wants water entirely around his house, so you have to completely surround him with river. In fact, why don't I start laying down some of the river now? We've only got 5. We're gonna need quite a bit, but if we go around him completely on both sides and then connect it here, I enjoy connecting the rivers. It gets all the way over here, and then the tree comes back to happiness. Then we make everybody happy, and the tree gives us stuff. And we use that stuff to beat things up. Anyhow, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Later, everybody.